Listen, Monk Mo gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro, at the end of the day, you got to understand headphones is an introvert's best friend. I repeat, headphones is an introvert's best friend. Headphones is an undiscovered superpower that a lot of people don't know about. When you want to stay 10 toes down and you want to be unbothered and left alone, headphones. You could get the AirPods. You can get these ones. You could get the big Beats. You could get the ones that look like Beats. But headphones is your best friend on this journey. At the end of the day, people don't know if you're on a phone. People don't know if you can't hear them. They don't know even if you're not playing music. People don't know that you're not playing music. But they know that you have something covering your ears. Headphones are like this. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. When females try to get my attention on this semi-retention journey, and I told you dudes to ignore women, I got headphones in. Everywhere I go, every time I leave a house, every time I leave a penthouse, I have headphones on. I repeat, every time I leave a penthouse, I have headphones on. That go for the alpha males too. No alpha male can get your attention, so you don't gotta DDT him and have a bar fight. You got headphones on. When people say, hey, they're talking to themselves. There was a woman, she looked like a 10 out of 10. She was literally talking to herself. I'm making coffee. She behind me, trying to say, hey, Trey. I purposefully act like I didn't see her on my peripheral vision. At the end of the day, I'm focused. I'm locked in. I'm thinking of my next video topic. Then boom. Headphones. Get you some headphones so you can block out all the noise. Get you some headphones so you can block out all the traffic. You can cover your ears so you don't hear nothing. At the end of the day, ignore everybody and everything that's not going where you're going in life. You think the people that's conversating with you going to Monaco too? You think the people talking to you are gonna get an accomplished a fleet of 20 cars, a fleet of 20 supercars? These people are not where you're going. These people have dreams to go to Atlanta. They have dreams of going to Cali, not even Malibu. They just want to have dreams of going to like regular Cali. They want to go to Compton. They want to go everywhere you don't want to go. They want to get married in America. They want to go where you don't want to go in life. They don't want the millions. They want to go to the Kia K5 dealership. They don't want to get the Corvette C8. They don't want to get the Z06. Leave them alone. Headphones are a superpower. You can pick and choose when you want to respond. At the end of the day, you have freedom of speech. That's your First Amendment right. Freedom of speech. And with that being said, that you have freedom of speech, that also means you have freedom to ignore and not talk to anybody. You have that freedom. If you want to talk, if you want to say hi, how you doing back, after they say hi, how you doing today? If you want to respond to that, you can respond to that. If you don't want to respond to that, you do not. You have the freedom to not respond to that. Guys feel like they have to respond to everything. They feel like they can't ignore no 10 out of 10. Listen, at the end of the day, these people are not going where you're going. Listen, ignoring somebody is not a bad thing. If you speak to somebody and they ignore you, that's not a bad thing. Because if they speak to you and you ignore them, you see where I'm going? So if you have the right to ignore people, other people have free will and the right also to ignore you. Everybody doesn't have to feel you. See, growing up in a poverty, a lot of guys who grew up in poverty, they feel the need, oh, you gonna feel me? Oh, you gonna feel me with this one? A lot of rappers come on the track, they gonna feel me with this one. Watch this. Hold on, hey, they gonna feel me with this one. Yeah. At the end of the day, They don't need to feel you at all. And I'm here to tell you, if you got muscles, they don't feel you at all. Bars, and I'm not even a bars, and I'm not even a rapper. When you got muscles, they don't feel you at all. Who walking around with muscles in society? Like, let's be for real. Who's walking around natty with natty big muscles in society without steroids, without TRT? Listen, creatine and protein shakes is an exception. You can do that. But, and like vitamins and supplements, besides stuff like that, those are the exception. But testosterone, no circumstance. Steroids, no circumstance. At the end of the day, you got to understand. That's the only exception. Who is walking around looking like you? They don't look like a superhero. At the end of the day, we grew up watching Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, the Hulk, Captain America. These dudes don't even look like they was what they was watching on TV. They showed you what the hero looked like. At the end of the day, Batman destroys the bad guy. Then he get up out of there. He gets out of there after he destroys the bad guy. He doesn't stick around and make friends. He leaves. I repeat, he leaves. At the end of the day, I'm destroying a bad man on YouTube, then I leave. At the end of the day, I'm not looking for people to dap me up. Did Batman need people to dap him up? No, he didn't. Did Superman need people to dap him up? No, he didn't. Did Hulk need people to dap him up? No, he didn't. They do what they gotta do and they get out. At the end of the day, stop looking for approval from other people. They're not gonna feel you, bro. You take care of yourself. In a generation where men with muscle, bro, I'm telling you, in 5 years from now, in 2030, dudes with muscles is gonna be extinct. That's gonna be extinct. So if you got big muscles 5 years from now, they gonna look at you like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I repeat, they gonna look at you like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. At the end of the day, so once you start seeing people give you the looks and you in shape like this, the reason they looking at you like that is because, like, dudes with muscles is about to become extinct and you got muscles. It's almost like, what are you doing? Why are you not trying to fit in with us? Why you want to stand out? Why you want guns? Why do you want guns? Because when we look in the mirror, we know we deserve greatness. When we look in the mirror, we know we destined for greatness. At the end of the day, you can't focus on that. You got to treat people like gnats. The most they could do is go in your nose and you feel me? The most you can do is shoo. But a gnat is not going to hurt you. A gnat is not going to kill you. At the end of the day, you got to understand. You do not fit in with society. Of course they look at you like that. Of course they think this way or they think that way. You don't fit in. So since you don't fit in, accept that you don't fit in. We don't want to fit in. We're doing monk mode. Who's doing monk mode? All these dudes chasing females that don't even want you. They don't want you. You're not the first round draft pick. You did not get to take that V card first. Somebody did that before you. So since somebody took that V card before you, you're not the number one draft pick in her eyes. But does that matter? Absolutely not. Only thing that matters is what we see in the mirror. When we look at each other, we see greatness. At the end of the day, Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.